Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello good people. It's going to be different because we are going using British
and American accent
in this kind of video. What the American accent and British accent is?
American accent, sometimes called United States English or US English, is the set of varieties of the English language native to the United States. Currently, American English is the most influential form of English worldwide.
But British accent is known as traditional English, that the standard dialect of the English language as spoken and written in the United Kingdom. The concept of British English is more difficult to apply to the spoken language. So, what the hell is this for?
Okay, today we are going to be telling you the most important sound in American accent. The first one is the R sound. You have to pronounce every R sound in every word. For example, like burger, burger, burger. Understand, understand. More, more. Far, far. Like this.
The next one is you have to open your mouth for pronouncing the certain word. For example, like example, example, example. So, like you have to a little bit more drop your jaw, like ha, which is basically tibit. So for words like cat, that, glass. One simple tip to sound more British when you are talking in English.
Now, let's focusing on every word. First, American will say clever, clever.
But British will say clever, clever. The R sound at the end disappear.
The second is American will say master, master. Sis is such a master.
But British will say master. She's such a master.
The third is American will say far, so far away.
But British say far, so far away.
The next is American will say door. Shut the door, please.
But British say door. Shut the door, please.
The other important things. The first is the loud vowel. The loud vowel is described about the vowel in the word like job, politic, not.
When British speaker will say this vowel, their lips might be slightly rounded.
But American use a different vowel sound and their lips will be more open.
For example, to get the job.
and finally get the job done.
From this example, the difference is very clear. Job.
Job.
You don't treat politics as a game.
Set politics aside.
From this example, the difference is very clear. Politics.
Politics.
If not, they must return home.
We are not there yet, sadly.
It's also have difference, right? Not.
Not. The second is the bad vowel. The bad vowel is described about the bow sound in words like behave, past.
British speaker, especially in the south of England, will use a more back vowel sound here, like a.
But Americans will tend to use more front vowel sound like a.
For example, so on behalf of everybody here today,
so speak on behalf of the American people and so address their concern, their hopes, and their dreams.
The difference is behalf.
Behalf.
The next example is and to the right power are past.
And the devolved administration less than 1 year has passed.
Past.
Past. The third is the T. The word are water, authority, fighting, have a T in the middle.
British will tend to pronounce the.
But American may sound like short D sound or even an R sound if you are a non-native speaker of English.
For example are thirsty people are getting clean water.
Leave power lines and deep water.
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 The next example is that would see it's still having direct legal authority in our country.
With the authority to reward good workers.
Authority.
Authority.
The last example is which will bring a sudden end to the fighting.
To fighting the drug epidemic.
Fighting.
Fighting. The fourth is the yacht. The yacht describes the yip sound in the word like new.
Will sound new in British, but American don't. For example, with old friends and new allies alike.
That night, our new administration.
New.
New. The fifth is the R. Example like shared, hard, and work.
Most Brits will not pronounce the R sound, but most Americans will.
British English versus American English pronunciation.
You might be able to recognize a British accent or an American accent, but do you know the details of the pronunciation differences? This lesson will teach you some of the major differences, although there are some variations depending on what region of the country the speaker is from. Differences in stress in British and American English.
Listen to the pronunciation. First, the British English, and then the American English.
Adult.
Adult.
Ballet.
Ballet.
brochure,
brochure,
garage,
garage,
vaccine,
vaccine,
advertisement,
advertisement,
hospitable,
hospitable,
Some words ending in ELA are different in British and American English.
agile,
agile,
fertile,
fertile,
hostile,
hostile,
mobile,
mobile,
versatile,
versatile.
In some words, the letter A is pronounced differently in British and American English.
bath,
Bath,
love,
love,
class,
class,
chance,
chance,
ask,
ask,
after,
after,
come,
can't,
example,
example,
The sound of R is stronger in American English.
hard,
hard,
were,
were,
ear,
ear,
beer,
pure,
more,
more,
chair,
chair,
bar,
bar.
The isation ending is different in British and American English.
civilization,
Civilization,
organization,
organization,
authorization,
authorization,
globalization,
globalization.
The letter D in the middle of a word can be pronounced like a face D in American English.
better,
Better,
water,
water,
hated,
hated,
writing,
writing,
bottom,
bottom,
native,
native,
artificial,
artificial,
notice,
notice.
Okay, now we have tips how to get a perfect British accent. For the first one, you must actively listen to the way people speak. Okay, to start sounding more native and have a British accent, your best way is to watch programs on BBC. Try to observe the way the presenter use their mouth, their tongue, and watch the way their lips move. Jadi, untuk mulai terdengar lebih native dan memiliki accent British, cara terbaik kita adalah dengan menonton program-program di BBC. Coba amati bagaimana presenter menggunakan mulut, lidah, dan perhatikan bagaimana bibir mereka bergerak. And not only should you pay attention to the sound that are coming out of their mouth, but you should also focus on trying to figure out how the sound are coming out. Jadi, kita tidak hanya harus memperhatikan suara-suara yang keluar dari mulut mereka, tetapi kita juga harus fokus pada mencoba mencari tahu bagaimana suara-suara itu keluar. Bagaimana bagian mulut mana yang mereka gunakan saat memproduksinya, dan cobalah meniru cara mereka berbicara. And you could also record yourself saying the same sentences and compare your version to the original one. Jadi, kita juga dapat merekam diri kita saat mengucapkan kalimat yang sama dan membandingkan versi kita dengan yang asli. Jangan khawatir tentang terdengar konyol dan lucu saat belajar accent. Namun kami menjamin metode ini akan sangat membantu.
Watch tutorial videos. Watching videos is a fast and convenient way to learn the ropes of any accent. Menonton video adalah cara cepat dan mudah untuk mempelajari aksen apapun. Banyak pelatih suara profesional telah menerbitkan tutorial terperinci. Mereka memberikan tips pengucapan yang sangat baik dan akan memberi Anda contoh yang berguna. Anda akan menggunakan suara yang tepat dalam waktu yang singkat.
For the next tips is use British slang. Using British slang word will help you sound more native. However, don't forget that British slang and American slang are very different. Be careful as some terms can have drastically different meaning depending on which side of the pond you are. Jadi maksudnya kita bisa menggunakan British slang. Tetapi berhati-hatilah karena beberapa istilah dapat memiliki makna yang sangat berbeda tergantung pada sisi mana Anda berada. Karena British slang dan American slang itu sangat berbeda. For example, bloody. Kata ini digunakan sebelum kata lain untuk memperbesar atau melebih-lebihkan artinya. Maknanya dapat dibandingkan dengan efek menambahkan very sebelum kata, meskipun bloody jauh lebih informal. For another example, cheers. Cheers tidak hanya digunakan saat minum dan mendentingkan gelas. In British, itu juga sering berarti terima kasih dan bahkan sampai jumpa. Next example, vid. Kata sifat ini digunakan untuk menggambarkan seseorang yang sangat tampan dan menarik.
Practice with native speakers. Lastly, the best way to polish your accent is to try it out on native speakers. For example, Anda dapat beralih ke pertukaran bahasa dan menemukan mitra dari Inggris, atau mencoba menemukan organisasi budaya di lingkungan Anda.
Exercise. The answer is
Water.
clever. The answer is water, burger, Mazda, far. The answer is Mazda. If we say fighting in American, how is it say using in British? The answer is
Fighting.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
You do it then if you're so clever. Go on, go on.
The answer is well, that's all explanation, tips, and all about things of British and American accent. Thank you. See you on next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.